Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Mark Lynn. Namaskar. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Mumbai in Maharashtra to launch multiple projects related to road, railways and ports. US President Joe Biden vows to stay in the presidential race. He addresses a rare rally in Detroit and lays out his plan for the first 100 days of a second term. China evacuates thousands of residents after heavy rains trigger floods in Chongqing in the southwest. Heavy rainfall causes landslides disrupting traffic at a provincial highway in Hefeng, Hubei province. And New Mexico judge dismisses the involuntary manslaughter case against the American actor Alec Baldwin for a fatal shooting on the set of the film Rust in 2021. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Mumbai today to launch and dedicate to the nation, as well as lay foundation stones for various infrastructure projects worth about $3.5 billion in Mumbai, including two key twin tunnel projects. This includes the new platforms at the Lokmanya Tilak terminus and the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus station. Also, crucial road, railway and port sector ventures. The Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone for the Thane-Borivali tunnel project, which is worth 16,600 crore rupees. That's about $1.98 billion. The Prime Minister will also lay the foundation stone for the Kalyan Road remodeling and the Gati Shakti multimodal cargo terminal at the Thurbe, which is in Navi Mumbai. Kalyan Yard will help in the segregation of long distance as well as suburban traffic. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the INS towers in the INS Secretariat at Bandra Kurla complex in Mumbai. And this new facility, what does it do? It aims to meet the evolving needs of INS members, providing a modern and efficient office space that will serve as the nerve center for the Mumbai newspaper industry. Rakesh Sharma, who is the president of the Indian Newspaper Society, that's what INS stands for, speaks to DD India about this program.
Prime Minister is coming today and he'll be inaugurating the tower. What is INS and how do you see the whole visit? What will be the agenda and how is it going to be?
Well, INS is the biggest, largest body of the entire newspaper industry in the country. We have 800 members, which includes big newspapers, medium-sized newspapers and the small newspapers. We cater to the interest of the industry. We talk to the government on various issues. We talk to the various multiple constituents who deal with the media industry. And we work for the benefits of the industry. That's the objective of the INS.
There are lots of channels, newspapers that are going to be coming here and they'll be occupying space. How beneficial will this building be after the Prime Minister has inaugurated this?
This body was established 85 years ago in 1939. And we got our first building in the Delhi, which is in the close proximity of the Parliament, which was built in 1956. This is the second building which we have created in Mumbai, which is the financial capital of the India. It's a happening city. And the newspapers will be operating out of this building. And like for all the businesses, reporting, etc., it will be the best part because currently they were scattered. They were paying very high rentals. In this building, they don't have to pay any rentals except the maintenance charges, etc. So it will be going to be very, very beneficial for the entire media industry, print industry in particular.
What other facilities, benefits, or we could say less challenges the media would face with the inauguration of this building?
Requesting for certain facilities for the industry, because this industry has suffered a lot after Corona. And we have been requesting the multiple agencies of the government to give us some certain kind of subsidy during that period when our revenue had drastically come down to almost 50%. And there are many others which have come up, which I'm going to speak in the evening.
Thank you very much for talking to us, sir. So that was the president of Indian Newspaper Society talking about what the event would be like. With camera person Gaurav Kagra, this is Shama Mishra for DD India, Mumbai.
And the US President Joe Biden is not giving up. And with each passing day, he is reiterating his commitment to be in the 2024 race for the White House. While addressing his supporters in Detroit, he even went a step ahead. Biden warned that the Republican Donald Trump poses a serious threat and that his intention is to finish the job, and that seems quite strong.
You probably noticed there's a lot of speculation lately. What's Joe Biden going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? Here's my answer. I am running, and we're going to win. I'm not going to change that. I'm the nominee of the Democratic Party, the only Democrat or Republican who has beaten Donald Trump ever. And I'm going to beat him again. I know him. Donald Trump is a loser.
Well, what was under wraps is now out in the open, and pressure on US President Joe Biden to end his re-election bid is growing, and it's growing. Because Democrats in the Congress, in the US Congress, they are publicly calling for the 81-year-old incumbent's halting debate performance against the Republican rival Donald Trump. After that performance, they're calling for him to step down. The leader, Hakeem Jeffries, is the latest in this list to convey his concerns of the House Democrats. And the influential mega donors, too, are reportedly holding back about $90 million of fundraising until the president drops out.
Democratic office holders, donors and activists are trying to determine whether Biden is the best bet to defeat Trump in the November 5 election and serve another 4-year term in the White House. And after that solo press conference at the end of the NATO summit, unease with Biden's candidacy has shot up. At least 19 lawmakers have urged him to step aside so the party can pick another candidate. Democrats hold 213 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives and control the U.S. Senate with 51 seats, including 3 independents who caucus with the party, as well as Hollywood stars, activist groups and news outlet. Concerns regarding Biden's low approval ratings and his age is making Democrats worry that it could cause them to lose seats in the House and the Senate. It may also leave them with no grip on power in Washington if Trump wins the White House. Even people on ground are skeptical about choosing Biden again as President of the United States.
I will be voting for Joe Biden, not super enthusiastically, but because I do think that the alternative is much worse. But it's kind of more of I just wish I was excited about him in a way I am about other political people right now.
Even if he's not fully out of his mind, and I personally don't think he is, but I think he's too old and too out of it to serve as a useful president and leader of the most powerful nation in the world.
Though there are still some lawmakers who have steadfastly backed the incumbent's plans. Even after tremendous pressure, Biden has repeatedly said he intends to remain his party's standard bearer, and he retains support from the key figures in the party.
You probably noticed there's a lot of speculation lately. What's Joe Biden going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? Here's my answer. I am running, and we're going to win. I'm not going to change that.
Biden is trying to shift the conversation from his mental sharpness to the impact of another Trump presidency. Bureau Report, DD India.
Well, ahead of the upcoming US presidential elections 2024, Meta, they have announced that they are going to end restrictions on the former President Donald Trump's Facebook and Instagram accounts. The tech company, as this announcement came on Friday, and in days immediately after the January 6, 2021 Capitol insurrection, Donald Trump's accounts were suspended after the company had determined that his posts had potentially fueled the violence that took place that day. The former President Trump was also banned from the social media platform Twitter at the time, now called X. However, X had reinstalled his account or restored it in 2022. Britain's new Labour government plans to expand the early release of prisoners from September to tackle a jail overcrowding crisis. UK's Justice Minister Shabana Mahmood says that the problem of jail overcrowding has threatened to create a total breakdown of law and order. Prisons in England and Wales have space for only 700 more male inmates, and they are likely to be full within weeks. Following this, the cells in the police stations would need to be used, preventing officers from patrolling the streets. The plan is subject to parliamentary approval. Britain has Western Europe's highest rate of incarceration, and the prisoners' numbers, they have continued to increase sharply since the pandemic. Interestingly, due to longer sentences, courts delays, as well as the requirement of serious offenders to serve at least 65% of their terms behind bars, these are the reasons why their jails are full.
Our prisons are on the point of collapse. There is no other way of putting it. What is worse, the previous government knew that this would happen. The male prison estate is now running at over 99% capacity. It has been at around that level for 18 months. With officers unable to act, criminals could do whatever they want without consequence. We could see looters running amok, smashing in windows, robbing shops, and setting neighbourhoods alight. In short, if we fail to act now, we face the collapse of the criminal justice system.
Moving on, the American actor Alec Baldwin broke down in tears as a New Mexico judge dismissed the involuntary manslaughter case against him for a fatal shooting on the set of the film Rust. The trial collapsed 3 days into Baldwin's trial in Santa Fe at a court just miles from where the Helena Hutchins case, who was a cinematographer, was shot dead with a revolver that Baldwin had owned and was using in rehearsals. It's the second case, in fact, against this actor that has been dismissed since the October 2021 shooting. He will not be tried again, and his lawyers allege that the police and prosecutors hid evidence, which is a batch of bullets that could have been connected to the shooting. Well, thousands of residents in China were evacuated after heavy rains triggered floods in southwestern municipality of Chongqing. This happened on Saturday. The heavy rains caused a landslide which disrupted traffic on a section of the provincial highway in the Hubei province. China's Weather Bureau said last week that the country faced more frequent and unpredictable heavy rain as a result of climate change, further testing its capacity or capability to cope with the extreme weather events. News from Nepal now. The former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has staked claim to lead a new government after the incumbent Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda lost the trust vote. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda has submitted his resignation to the President Ramchandra Paudel. He did so on Friday evening. Dahal was compelled, in fact, to either step down or to demonstrate his majority in Parliament after his biggest ally, the Liberal Communist United Marxist-Leninist Party, which is headed by Oli, withdrew its support. Oli, who has also served as Prime Minister twice before, reached an agreement with the Nepali Congress at the end of June, securing enough seats for a majority. And still to come here on DD India Live. India is going to host the World Audio, Visual and Entertainment Summit that's called WAVES. It's going to happen in Goa from November 20 to 24. And DD Robocon 2024, it kicks off in New Delhi with the participation of 46 teams in this two-day event. Also in cricket, Zimbabwe sets a target of 153 runs for India in the fourth T20 international match at Harare.
We just don't bring you the news as it unfolds. We get to the heart of the matter.
We don't just present facts, we demystify complex social, political and economic events.
We break stories that shape the world's present and future because you deserve the truth.
I am Tanvi Taneja from New Delhi.
I'm Ollie Barrett from London.
I'm Nick Harper from Washington, D.C.
Join us on DD India Global Monday to Friday at these times.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Mark Lynn. The World Audiovisual and Entertainment Summit WAVES. It's a premier global event debuting in Goa in India. It's going to happen in November 2024. And this summit is expected to pave the way for sustainable growth, attracting investments and positioning India as the global leader in the entertainment business.
Inspired by the Prime Minister's vision to make India a global leader in the media and entertainment industry, Goa is set to host the first World Audiovisual Entertainment Summit or WAVES. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav announced the date from 20th to 24th of November 2024. He also unveiled the logo of WAVES with the tagline "Come Sail With Us." The summit aims to spark ideas, fuel conversations, facilitate knowledge exchange and foster meaningful collaborations among leaders globally.
And our Prime Minister's vision is we should be able to harness the best out of this structural change. And we should be able to support the people, support the industry. Our Prime Minister, in his vision, he has always said that we should be able to democratize technology. So we created a system by which the tools are now available in 104 universities. So that means the students of these 104 universities are today getting access to the latest tools. So we'll adopt those best practices in the media and entertainment industry, having an inclusive growth where the people who are conventionally marginalized from the mainstream of the society also get the opportunity to be part of the mainstream, also get the opportunity to be part of this growth journey. That is a major focus for Prime Minister Modi ji.
Minister L. Murugan launched the official website of the WAVES. By establishing India as a hub for innovation and excellence, WAVES aims to attract investments and position India as a global leader in the entertainment business.
Goa, with its rich cultural heritage and scenic beauty, is a heaven for creativity and artistic expression. The place has been a perfect setting for the more than 100 films in the last decade alone. Our state is a vibrant participant in the global dialogue on art and entertainment. The warm and welcome environment of the Goa make its perfect setting for the international gathering like WAVES and IFI.
The summit will focus on few key aspects: news and information media, entertainment media, films, TV, music, animation, visual effects, and gaming. It will also focus on new media, digital media, OTT, and social media.
Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji's vision to bring all the global leaders in the entertainment, media, and entertainment sector in India, particularly in Goa.
This summit is going to offer us opportunities to expand our global footprint as well as drive revenue growth and position India as a global leader in this particular segment.
WAVES 2024 promises to be a landmark platform for promoting new thinking in media and entertainment, establishing India as a global content hub. Tapas Bhattacharya's report for DD India, New Delhi.
As a fresh batch of pilgrims embarked on their journey to the Hindu shrine of Amarnath in India's Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir on Saturday, the Secretary of India's Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Apurva Chandra, assured that all health-related measures for the pilgrims have been meticulously implemented despite the challenging altitude.
Very well-equipped medical facilities have been provided at the base camps. 100-bedded base hospitals have been created at Chandanwadi and Baltal. even at the other camps like Noonwan in Pahalgam, then the Panchtarni, which I visited, and the base camps at Sangam Top, at the lower base, Holy Cave, at the Holy Cave itself, at a height of 13,000 feet, very well equipped facilities were available. There were cardiologists, there were surgeons, there were orthopedicians, and whole lot of facilities were available. I saw that mobile X-ray facilities were available even at the Holy Cave at a height of 13,500 feet, defibrillators and ECG machines, so all sort of facilities were available.
Well, Robocon 2024 kicks off in style in India's New Delhi at the Tyagaraja Stadium. This event is organized by IIT Delhi in collaboration with Prasar Bharati. It witnesses the participation of 150 plus students from across the country. Here's more.
Robocon 2024 kicked off in style in New Delhi's Tyagaraja Stadium on Saturday. The event, organized by IIT Delhi in collaboration with Prasar Bharati, is witnessing the participation of 150 plus students from across the country. Around 46 teams are participating in the competition, where the robots made by students will compete on the theme called Harvest Today. The winners will be playing the final in Vietnam this year in the month of August. Speaking at the inauguration ceremony, DDG Prasar Bharati Global Outreach said that this is an opportune moment for the organization to host such an event.
DD Robocon robotic competition is a domestic event of a international event of Robocon. This has been started in year 2002 on the initiative of ABU. ABU is Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union, of which Doordarshan is a founding member. This initiative is basically to nurture the technological advancement in India.
Prasar Bharati is pleased to extend this great opportunity to all the students, especially the technical students studying in universities, to showcase their skills and talent, not only on the domestic front, but also on the international front. Doordarshan had hosted the International Robocon in 2008, 2014, and in 2022 also. The Robocon is a matchless project in the field of education development.
IIT Delhi's Professor K. Sahu thanked Prasar Bharati for their continuous support.
I really thank Doordarshan, Ms. Anuradha, Prakashji and all others to keep this show going. At IIT Delhi, we are hosting it 2019 onwards, and we are pleased to complete 5 years, including one international 2022.
DD Robocon 2024 is not only generating future stars, but giving an opportunity to the young generation to come and learn, keeping in mind the treasure of the country's agriculture always intact amidst the growing concept of technology.
So Team Prasar Bharati is all set to make DD Robocon 2024 a grand success, and the students who are participating here from different parts of the country are also putting their best foot forward to win this tournament and make it to Vietnam. But who eventually makes it to Vietnam remains to be seen in the grand finale, which will be taking place on the 14th of July. With camera person Lalit, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from New Delhi.
And India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar attended the third cybersecurity conference organized by the Global Counter-Terrorism Council in the national capital New Delhi on Saturday. The event addressed the importance of building cyber resilience to strengthen defenses against attacks at the enterprise level. Well, on to some sports news now, and Zimbabwe have posted 152 for the loss of 7 wickets in the fourth T20 international match against India at Harare. The Indian captain Shubman Gill won the toss and invited the hosts to bat first. Zimbabwe had got off to a solid start. The openers had put on 63 runs in less than 9 overs. But soon after that, their innings was derailed a little bit. The hosts lost 4 wickets in quick succession. Captain Sikandar Raza led the fight back and took his team to a respectable total. He scored 46. For India, Khalil Ahmed was the pick of the bowlers. He took 2 wickets India are leading this 5-match series 2-1. That's all we have in this edition of DD India Live. Let's know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those of you on the go, you can always get all the latest news and updates from India and the world on the DD India mobile app. The app is available both on Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen and download it. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. My name is Mark Lin. From all of us here in Delhi, thank you very much for watching DD India Live. Namaskar.